guys, we are going to continue with October Ogre today. Those of you that are still coloring, that's okay for you to keep coloring. We are going to read chapter 3, which is Yummy Mummy Fingers.
Finger.
It's been several days, so let's recap what we have read. The kids are in the hotel, right?
Yes.
And it says that, oh, this was the last part. A skeleton lay on the desk. Do y'all remember that part?
Yeah.
Its mouth was open, and then the ogre ate some kid and left a skeleton. Brian said totally fake, but then suddenly the skeleton sat up. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we are. Chapter 3, Yummy Mummy Fingers.
Mummy finger.
They ran through the dark fog. Brian was laughing like crazy. Bradley bumped into something and fell. He landed on a couch. The other 3 kids piled on top of him. Bradley's hand touched something furry and he yelled, "It's a wolf!" They were all tangled up in each other's arms and legs. Bradley felt his Mount Rushmore box crunch. Lucy started to laugh. "No, it's a fake fur blanket," she said. Nate gasped. "Is that fake too?" he asked, pointing ahead of them. Out of the mist, a white ghost floated towards them. It was wearing a sheet with holes cut out for the eyes. The ghost was carrying a plate. "Have a yummy finger?" the ghost asked the kids. The plate held what looked like bloody human fingers. Ew. "I'm not eating any mummy fingers," Nate yelled. "He said yummy, not mummy," Brian said. "Besides, they're cookies." He grabbed one and popped it in his mouth with raspberry frosting. Bradley and Lucy each took one. "No, thank you," Nate said politely. "Excuse me," Bradley said to the ghost. "Have you seen a bunch of other kids? They came in a while ago." The ghost laughed. "Follow the footprints," he said. They disappeared into the darkness. The kids looked around. They saw more spider webs and bats hanging from the ceiling. "That ghost didn't answer my question," Bradley said. "They never answer questions," Nate muttered. Lucy giggled. "Ghosts are so rude." Just then, another figure appeared in front of them. "Oh no, look!" Nate whispered, and he scrunched back into the fake fur blanket. The figure was wearing torn, dirty clothes, as if he had just crawled out of a grave. The space over his shoulders where his head should have been was empty. The zombie held out a basket. The kids looked inside, and a dead-looking face stared back at them. Nate yelled and tried to hide behind Brian and Lucy. "Ew." Bradley gulped. The head was just a scary face painted on a volleyball. "Sir, have you seen other kids?" he asked the zombie. "They came in before us." "Follow the green footsteps," the zombie said, and the voice came from inside his chest. Then he wandered away, carrying the head. "How can he see where he's going?" Brian whispered. "Look, there's the little zombie head right there. Pretty gross."
That's sick.
It is sick.
Yeah, it is.
Berto, you want to go on and get your stuff? "They keep telling us to follow these dumb footprints," Bradley said. "Why wouldn't he tell me where those other kids are?" "Because they ate them," Nate wailed. "Nate, ghosts and witches and ogres aren't real," Bradley said. "These are all fake guys." "But what if zombies and ogres were real?" Nate insisted. "What if they really wanted to eat kids? They'd come to a fake haunted house like this one and find lots of kids like us." Suddenly, they heard a loud squealing noise. "It sounds like a pig," Lucy said. "Oh no," Nate said. "One of the kids was dressed as Mrs. Piggy." The ogre got her. "What ogre?" Brian said. "The only ogre we saw was the one outside. And that was just some grown-up in a costume." Bye, Bert.
Hello, buddy.
No, I said it's not.
"Can we leave now?" Nate asked. "I've had enough Halloween forever." We can't leave, Bradley said. We have a mystery to solve. What mystery? Nate asked. Nate, a bunch of kids came in here before us, and Bradley said, now they're all gone. What if something happened to them? Let's go find them, Brian said. It'll be like playing hide and seek in the dark. I'm not going anywhere, Nate said, and he pulled the fur blanket up to his chin. I'll just stay here on this nice couch. Brian tickled him. What if that zombie comes back to get your head? He asked. Come on, Nate, Lucy said. The ogre, the witch, the ghost, and that headless guy all told us to follow the footprints, right? So they must have told the other kids the same thing. Maybe the footprints will lead us to Luke and the others. We should split up and look around this place, Brian said. No way, Nate said. I'm not poking around a creepy hotel alone. You won't be alone, Bradley said. I'll be with you. Brian and Lucy will be the other team. If anyone finds those kids, yell out, okay? We'll meet back here in 15 minutes, Brian said. If we don't get eaten, Nate muttered. First, I'm getting rid of this, Bradley said, and he wiggled out of the cardboard box and dropped it behind the couch. Okay, let's split up, Brian said. Come on, Lucy, let's follow these footprints. The pair disappeared in the fog. Now it's just us, Nate whispered to Bradley. All right, so that's the end of chapter 3. We'll get started on chapter 4 tomorrow. I know.
No, drop the camera.
That was a good part. So we'll get started on chapter 4 tomorrow. Chapter 4, the title is Killer Spiders. So it sounds a little crazy. All right, we'll get started on that